Hi, Sando here. Just basically going to have a little sort of chat about this Twister 400 Sport I've only just got. Just basically a few little mods that I've done, a little bit on the setup. Just want to say, I'm a beginner myself. I've been sort of messing around with RC cars, RC Nitro cars for quite a while, but I've only sort of just got into electric helicopter side of things, so I am sort of new to it. But there's just a few things to sort of help you out, a few little things that I've found out. Basically, I won't keep you too long. Keep it nice and sweet and simple. Obviously, get out the box, check it's all there, it's all okay. Get your chopper on charge. Get your batteries in control. Have a read through the manual. Once it's all charged, what I found with it, I had a bit of trouble connecting the helicopter to the controller. I mean, I found the best way to do it is if you have a look at the controller here. When I turn it on, I ain't got enough bloody light. When I turn it on, you see these lights flicker across. Well, what I found is if you turn that on and then turn the helicopter on, while them lights are flicking across, it seems to connect a lot better, a lot quicker. As you can see, it's on. I won't spin it up because it's on the table there, but as you can see, it's connected. One other thing you'll find that the advanced light will be on. Yeah. You want to turn that off. You don't want to be flying that on advanced mode indoors. You end up crashing or whatever. So you want that off for indoors. Quickly on setup, what you want to do, let's quickly turn that off. What you're going to do is set up, you'll find the throttle when the trim's in the middle. You have half a throttle or nothing, so you want to keep pushing your throttle trim up until your throttle starts as soon as you move it. Your gyro's up here, you want that in the middle. Your other trims you want all in the middle. Your trims on this side, I find you can never really leave where you found it set up. Just always, when you turn it on again, just put them back to centre. The throttle one you can leave where it is. Basically, you want to spin it up on the floor. Yeah, just a throttle. I find it's easier to get it straightened up. You'll find that the helicopter wants to spin round all over the place. So basically, what you want to do is just adjust it on the gyro. The gyro is very sensitive. So the tiniest amount of movement makes a massive difference. And then obviously you've got your rudder trim, you can do a bit of trim on that. Once you've got it sitting straight, then take off. Don't worry about these trims, you can fly it without messing around with these trims, as long as they're centre. Once you take off, you'll find it want to start spinning again on the gyro, so adjust it a little bit on the gyro. Tiny movements, like I said. Get that straight. I find it's a lot easier to get it straight and then mess around with these ones. Once you've got on the floor, what I find is this bottom one down here, left and right trim. You're going to do sort of 5-6 clicks to the right. I mean, yours might be a little bit less, a little bit more, a couple of clicks here and there, whatever. Might be slightly different. Sometimes mine is. And your forwards and backwards, I find with mine, you might want to basically put it up five sort of clicks. Like I said with that one, it might be slightly different, a couple of clicks here, either way. But that's pretty much it. It should fly like that. You shouldn't have a problem actually, getting it off the ground, flying it. That's pretty much it for setup. You can't really set up much more than that. It's not that advanced. And that will fly pretty well like that. That's how I found anyway. Down to the mods. I mean, I've done a few mods on it. I mean, the first mod, as you can see here, I've put a bit of rubber pipe off my Nitro RC car. Just slid it on there. You might want to get one that's a little bit thicker. Yeah, so it raises it off the floor that little bit more. So then black plastic bits are not touching. I mean, I find it does grip. If you have a look here, it does grip a little bit better, especially on the carpet. Grips a lot better. I mean, some people might say it comes at an angle and it grips, and you might go over, but I leave you don't want to be coming at an angle. With a helicopter, you either want to be flying and not hitting the ground, or taking off and landing. So to me, that's not an issue about it gripping and going over. I find that better. Protects the skid, stops them getting scratched. But like I say, that's the only pipe edge. You might want to get one slightly thicker. The other mod I've done is basically, if you have a look at the front here, you've got a little hole. Basically, that's usually a little red LED in there. That's for your tells you when your controller's connected and when your battery's about to run out. I mean, it's all well having it there, nice and smart. The only thing is, you'll find that when you go to actually take the canopy off, you won't be able to take it all the way off. You'll be, you'll be all it'll be all in the way. You won't be able to get the battery off. You'll be messing around with this thing on the wire. So what I've done, if you look in there, there's actually, you can see where it's actually usually glued in. It's actually glued on with a bit of modelling glue. You just want to pick it off with a sharp knife. Be careful you don't cut yourself or anything like that. Very carefully pick it off. Don't grab hold of the wire and pull it, because you end up pulling the wire off the bulb and then it just won't work at all. So make sure you carefully pick it off. Once you got it off, then the comb will be free from the bulb. You can throw that to one side. That's out of the way. Pick the rest of the glue off the bulb, and then you might be thinking, well, what am I going to do with the bulb? Where am I going to put it? Well, I found the best way without drilling holes, taking things apart, gluing things, rewiring things, is if you have a look here. This here is the wire. It's soldered to the board, so you can't just unplug it. Basically, all I've done is I've run it down the bottom here, underneath the wire that goes to the on and off switch. Through here, you've got 3 holes at the bottom. You can sort of see that. 3 holes there at the bottom. Next to that on and off switch, I'll put it in the middle hole. Fits in there perfect. And all I've done is, if you can see there, I've put a wire tie around it. Just hold it on. You might want to use a black wire tie. I only had a white one, so that'll do me for now. But that's a nice little mod. It means that you can take the nose cone off. It's not getting in the way. So that's another little mod. Another one I've done, don't know if it makes much difference, is I've disconnected the light. Use it as a light that goes to the back here, blue LED. It must draw a fair bit of power. Whether it makes much difference in flight time or performance, whatever else, it might only be 30 seconds. To me, that's an extra 30 seconds in the air. I'm not into flashing lights and silly things like that. That don't bother me. And if you want to do that, very easy. There's 3 terminals just here on the board. It'll be in this first terminal here. You can see up here the plug is just tucked away there. All I've done is wrap the plug round up here, tucked it away, no messing about, sorted out the way. Yeah. There will be a bit of glue on the plug. Just like I say, get a sharp knife very carefully. Don't cut yourself, don't slip on the ball, don't break it. Very carefully, take your time, pick the glue away, and you can take the plug out. As simple as that. And then that light is disconnected. The other 2 terminals are just the same thing if you wanted extra lights. But like I said, I'm not into flashing lights. So, I'd rather have that little bit more flight time. That's pretty much it for the mods I've done. You will find that there will be a horrible bit of plastic all over this as well, a horrible bit of tape. I got rid of that. I should have an aerial coming off of here, but be careful with that. My one literally fell off. So just be really careful with the aerial. A lot of the pictures I've seen, it actually folds back over the circuit board. My one didn't, it stuck out the front. I didn't even touch it, it literally fell off. It still flies, it don't glitch out. I don't get no interference or anything like that. It still seems to be fine, but just be careful with that one. And obviously with the plastic bit that was over here, just get rid of that. It's nothing. It's just a dust shield from the factory. Get rid of that. There's a bit of tape that goes around, and throw that away. You also find that the battery will be stuck in with a bit of double-sided tape at the bottom of the battery in there. All it is, 2 screws, whip them out. Be careful, don't grab hold of it and twist it. You're just going to break something. It is stuck in there with double-sided tape. So don't go twisting it up to the board or bending it. Very carefully, all I'd done was wiggle it side to side. Eventually it pulled out. Pulled a bit of double-sided tape off. Rub it off with your thumb, or if you've got a bit of glue remover, whatever you want to use. Get it off of there, rub it off the battery, and that's it. It's done then. I don't know why they put blimmin' tape in there anyway, because the bracket holds it on good enough. And plus, if you want to change the battery, you don't want a bit of tape on there. So that's just another little thing. I'll be quick. That's pretty much it for me mods and stuff that I've done personally. Another little one that I might do, might be worth mentioning to you. If you look in there, my camera's gone funny for some reason. But in there, you can see it there. You can see the heat. You can see where that's got hot. See the heat in there? There you go there. You can see how hot that's got. It might be worth, I am going to do it. I haven't done it yet. Just drill some holes across the top here. Draw a nice straight line. Drill some holes, or a pattern of holes, whatever way you want to do it. But just lets the heat escape a little bit better. bit more airflow. You know, it's got to help stop it burning out as quick. I mean, there you can see it there. You can see how hot that gets in there. So that's another little one. Another little mod I've sort of been thinking about. I mean, I find with this you do have to trim it a lot forwards to get it to stop coming backwards. If you just want it to sit there hovering. I mean, I don't know if you see that little hole there. If you basically drilled that hole the same size, a little bit further back, say to about there or something, then what you'd be able to do is the shell would then sit slightly more forwards, not much, only a little tiny bit, won't make much difference. And then what you'd be able to do then is slide the battery slightly forwards, which will give you a little bit more nose heavy, which will give you, then you won't have to use so much forward adjustment on your trim. And then if you want to make sure that you put the battery back in the same place every time, all you got to do is once you get it in the right sort of place, so you're not going so far forwards and your trim forwards, just get a little pen, little marker pen, and mark the battery where the bracket is, and then you'll know that every time you put the battery back in, it's going to be in the right place. That's basically just a couple of mods I'm sort of thinking about doing. Haven't done yet. Probably will do, but I mean, like I say, I'm only beginning myself. Just trying to sort of, just help you guys out a little bit, just to sort of make your lives a little bit easier. There's a few little things, that I've worked out. Just to sort of make it a bit easier for you guys. I mean, it's a good little helicopter, flies well. I mean, do them few little bits to it. It always makes it better, gives you something to do. Otherwise I think that's really probably about it. I mean, if you guys find anything out yourself, just throw a video on there and let us know or whatever. And if I work anything out myself, I'll throw one on there myself, So, yeah, so that's about it really. Enjoy your flying, try not to break it, and yeah, that's it.